Have you ever faced CORS error while calling your web API from a front-end application? Everything looks correct, but the browser still blocks your request. Hello everyone, I am Harsh. In today's video, we will understand what CORS is, why this error happens, and most importantly, how to fix it in ASP.NET Core Web API with simple example. Without wasting time, let's get started. I have a simple Angular application which is running on port 4200 and our ASP.NET Core Web API running on port 5000. So first let's understand what is CORS. Cross-origin resource sharing is a browser security feature that allows ASP.NET Core Web API to access from web application hosted on different domains. Imagine you have a backend, in our case ASP.NET Core Web API running at localhost 5000 and our frontend app running at localhost 4200. By default, browser block request from one site to another. By default, browser blocks request from one site to another for security reason. This is called same origin policy. If you notice here, getting the error access to XML HTTP request at this location from origin. This location has been blocked by CORS policy. No access control allow origin header is present on the request resource. So how to fix it? Let's go to our project, go to program.cs file, add the CORS to the service. I will add it here. How to add it? builder.services.add CORS. Then here we will use option, then we'll add the policy for the option. So we will add policy to the option like option.add policy, and this time I will say allow all. This is name of policy, and then add the policy. I will say policy, then I will add the policy like policy.allow any origin. So when we call this API from any origin, then it will allow us to call the API. It will not give the CORS policy error. We can also set the header like allow any header, and we can also set allow any method. Now we have added the policy. Let's use it. Before using it, we have to know where to add the CORS middleware. The CORS middleware must be placed after use routing but before use authorization. If you are using response caching, then CORS middleware should use before the response caching. So we can use it here, app.useCORS, and here pass the policy which we have defined here. Copy, paste it, and then rerun our application. Our application is running. Let's refresh this. Let's refresh our UI page. Have you noticed we are getting the response? This time we are not getting any CORS error. Let's see the detail. We can see all the users, and we can edit if we want. We can delete if we want to delete. So everything we can do, because here I have set the policy to allow any method. Let's allow only get and post method, not the put method. So here we can specify get and then post, and this time we will not use allow any method. We have to use with methods get and post. Let's rerun our application. Application is running. Let's refresh the UI. We are getting the data. So let's try to edit it. I will say test-12, then I will click on update. So if you notice here, we are getting the error CORS policy error because I allow only get and post method. So we can see all the data which is get call, but we cannot update the data because it is put call. Let's try to add some data. Test 6. We are getting the response created. This is different error. Let's refresh the page, and we can see test 6 user has added because this is post call. Now let's try to get the user with ID 35. Click on get. So we are getting the detail of user with ID 35. Means it is allowed. We are not getting any error. This is how we can allow the method, allow the origin, and allow the header. If you want to set some specific header, we can use with header method. So for now I will keep it like this, and if you want to allow some specific origin, that also you can do using with origins, and here we can specify our front-end origin. Let's rerun the application. Application is running. Refresh the UI. If you see, we are getting blocked by CORS policy because I have added slash at the end of this. That's why we are getting. Let's remove it and rerun the application. Refresh the UI. We are getting the data as we have specified the origin for our UI. So this is how we can use the middlewares to enable the policy. We can also add using EnableCors policy. Let's remove it, and I will also remove this allow header, and I will add one more policy. I will say allow get, and then I will say allow post. Now how to use this policy in our controller. For the post API, we will use EnableCors and then specify the policy which I have created here, allow post. Paste it in the same way we will do for get API, and this time I will copy this and I will paste it. And this policy I want to use for update, so I will add it. Let's rerun the application. Let's refresh the UI. You can see all the detail. Let's try to add some value. I will say Kumar and kumar@gmail.com, and then I will set age to 35. Let's add it. Here we are getting CORS policy error because of content type. So for every policy I will allow any headers. I will rerun the application, refresh the page. This time we are getting it. Let's try to add user. Click on add. It's added. Let's refresh it. We can see it is added. Let's try to edit it. I will change the age 34 and I will click on update. We are getting the error. CORS policy method put is not allowed. If you notice here, the get and post method work without specifying the methods. So for put we have to add new policy, and here I will say put, and then we will add with methods, and then I will say put. Rerun the application. In the user control we have to set this policy for the update. Save it, rerun the application, refresh this page. Let's try to edit some user. I will change this age to 32 and click on update. If you see, we are not getting any CORS error. We are getting some bad request error because of this validation. So let me fix it. For now what I will do, I will comment it saying that ID should be ignored by the JSON serializer. That's why we are not getting the ID. If you see in the UI, we are passing user ID but it is not available. Let's rerun the application, refresh the page, click on edit. This time we are getting the ID. I will say 34 and then I will update. This time this user age is updated. Let's refresh this. Age is not updated. Let's see the API. I will go to update API and then we will see user repository if we are updating age or not. So we can see we are not updating the age. Let's add the code to update the age. Let's set the age. Here I will set the age user.age equal to entity.age. Let's rerun application. Application is running. Let's try to edit it. I will click on edit and then I will set value to 34 and click on update. Let's refresh this page. We can see age is updated. So this is how we can use the EnableCors attribute to use the CORS policy for different method, and we can create the policy in the program.cs file. If you want to learn Angular, let me know in comments so that I can create the tutorial for Angular. I hope you learn what is CORS and how to create the policy for different method and how to fix the CORS issue. That's all for this video. If you found this video helpful, let's share this video with your friends.